Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Thank you so much for being here. Leah Washington, thank you so much for being here first. Hello to Mary H., Ingrid Soares, Gwendolyn Daniels, Fancy Fancy, Marie Fabian, and Patricia Ann Franklin. Okay, and Compton Cali Gal. Connie Balmer. Hey, Connie Balmer, Helen G. Okay. All right, let's get on with it then. Take that away. There we go. um, the Meghan effect. And of course, Doria's birthday. I kind of got lost in those images and such. Never did get a chance to find. Oh. Okay. Let me see if I can grab that really fast. That doesn't sound weird. I knew it was something I forgot. Let me find it. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Now I'm going to have to definitely turn the music down for that one because we know the music is not allowed. All right. Did that work? Let's see. Fine. Okay. That works out just fine. All right. Oh, by the way, I don't think we'll be here more than an hour and a half. There we go. It is Doria's birthday. At least it was. Well, it's still Doria's birthday on the West Coast, on the left coast. So that's not too bad, is it? Yeah, it's still Doria's birthday somewhere. And then, of course, Hawaii hasn't celebrated Doria's birthday. So it's still her birthday. All right, now I'm going to have to be very fast and make sure I turn that music down. See what I mean? There we go. It is not allowed. Anyway, it's just a little boomerang effect that they have here. There we go. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Isn't that lovely? Absolutely adorable. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Yes, happy birthday to Mama Doria and many happy returns of the day. Okay, is next. There we go. Anyway, happy birthday to Doria, Miss Doria Ragland. Yes, to the Queen, Queen Doria. Okay. And anyway, I selected a few of my favorite images of Doria to share with you. Some of them, as you can see, I kind of played around with the background. I thought that nice little geometric thing going on back there would be pretty cool. And those colors, to me, they just scream Doria. Mama Doria. And of course, happy birthday, Doria. I figured a nice coffee shop, a little coffee shop called Coffee Time, would be the perfect backdrop for taking Mama Doria on a virtual trip to get her some coffee and, I don't know, a slice of cake for her birthday, as though we're hanging out with her on the streets of Manhattan. That would be fun. Walking around like Soho or something like that with the Duchess of Sussex's mom and Doria. I mean, I'm sorry, and Meghan if she feels like coming along. She doesn't have to. We could hang out with Doria, our queen of everything. Okay. Ah, yes. Happy birthday, Mama Doria. Ma Doria, happy birthday. I know. I know. So sweet. She has a very sweet energy about herself, and you just cannot help but love her. And of course, this throwback. Yeah, this throwback. And we all know that Doria likes to go out and kick her heels up every now and again, which is super cool. Because I don't know, there are some older people that it's like they get to a certain age and the music dies. They just don't listen to music anymore. What once was so important, all of a sudden, people just don't listen to it as much. Hey, come on, Doria. Hey. Yes, come on, Doria. Wow, that was a special night. Okay, that's all fun, but I'm looking for Doria. Any more Doria here? Is that her? No, yes. No, I don't think so. Okay. All right. You hear, you could just see her going, hey. Yes, you could just see her going, hey. But I love that. We haven't seen Doria out and about in ages. And that always like was important to me because of everything that has like, happened around the family, all of the stress, all of the weirdness. I'm just glad to see any of them smiling. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and well, let's see, what is her name? You know what? I had it here earlier. Let me check again. Oh Lord, I done forgot her name. Zapata, something like that is her last name. Hold on, I got it. No worries. Um, okay, I don't got it. I don't got it. Gina something. Gina, hold on, because I follow her. Gina. Oh, there it is. It is Gina Zapanta. Yeah, Gina Zapanta. And she is an influencer too. Gina Zapanta, Empowered with Gina. She has a podcast and some of everything. As a matter of fact, she has a YouTube channel. Yeah, she has a YouTube channel. Right. Okay. There you go. I nearly forgot, but she has a YouTube channel. Hey, Legs. Legs, in case you missed it, let's go back. There we go. There we go. Happy birthday to Doria. We got a happy birthday kiss from our Duchess. And let's see here. I'm just pulling out some of my favorite images of Doria and a few videos along the way. Right? So we're all caught up now. There we go. We are all caught up. And of course, I kind of just kind of snatched those screenshots of them. Those I cut and paste them into a very trendy living room. Yeah, a very trendy penthouse apartment. Hey, Heather Stroud. Let me see if I can find another video of Doria. I figured that would be cool if we just kind of watch a few of them that I happen to have. Let me see here. Oh, who could forget this one?
It's good without too.
It's really good without. Because once you get to the bottom, it tastes all the banana. Is that a look of joy? I was like,
I'm muted.
dun dun dun. My mom has nothing
I'll
to
tell you
say.
when I'm done.
Did you get all that? Doria said, I will tell you when I'm done. Okay, one more time. Doria said, I will tell you when I'm done. Little girl, I will tell you when I'm done.
It's good without too.
It's really good without. Because once you get to the bottom, it tastes all the banana. Is that a look of joy? I was like,
I'm muted.
dun dun dun. My mom has nothing
I'll
to
tell you
say.
when I'm done.
Okay. Doria said, I will tell you when I'm done. So, if I'm correct, I believe Meghan tweaked the recipe from Grandma Ragland for the, oh gosh, what is it? The banana pudding? Yeah, I think that Meghan tweaked the recipe and she was hoping for her mother's approval with that recipe. And she's like, is that a look of approval? And she said, I will tell you when I'm done. So there you go. She is very carefully scrutinizing the.
It tastes all the banana. Is that a look of joy? I was like,
I'm muted.
dun dun dun. My mom has nothing
I'll
to
tell you
say.
when I'm done.
I love that. I love that. I hope that they will do something where it is mother and daughter. I really do hope that they'll do something like that. Lex says, happy birthday. Uh, Mama Doria, our matriarch, love her. Thank you very much, Legs, for the super chat. And absolutely, we love Doria. Such a classy, kind, supportive mom, mother-in-law, and granny. I am so pleased Doria is the complete opposite of that monster Marco. God bless Doria. Hear, hear. Yep, 3 cheers. Hip, hip, hooray, and hip, hip, hooray. Uh-oh, look, Tiffany is celebrating with Doria. Don't ask me how I found this. I follow Tiffany on the social media, but I don't want to share her what do you call it? I don't want to share her Instagram. That's between the two of us. I don't want to tell you what Tiffany's Instagram is, but I do have it. And I just happened to grab this image of Tiffany and Doria hanging out. Tiffany, of course, with her signature glass of champagne that seems to go every place she goes. It's so weird. I don't know how she does that. But I mean, I have seen her waiting outside of a courthouse with champagne. I have seen her at various parties where it seems like she just brings her glass with her. So very weird how she does that, but very cool. Very cool. I want to grow up and be just like her. And of course, 2 of my favorite images together. I love Mom with the leftovers. That is so cute. Doria's like, you know what? I'm gonna eat this later for dinner. Yeah, I'm gonna eat this later for dinner. Can we get some more of that sauce? Yeah, let me have a little bit more of that sauce because I'm gonna eat this later for dinner. Yeah, I'll take a couple of more bread rolls. Oh man, happy birthday, Miss Doria, and many more. Doria, I think I am older than you, but I often go back to my southern roots. Thank you. Let's see. Is it Teaster Higgins? Right? Anyway, thank you so much for 6 months membership. Really appreciate that. That is very, very kind of you. Yeah. Gotta love Mama Doria. Let's see what else I have here. Oh, now I don't know if this is any different. Okay, no, that is oh, do I want that? Okay, I can hardly see what this is, but I'm just gonna put that up there. Let's see what this is. Let me see. Should see Doria dancing here somewhere. Uh-oh, there go Harry doing the Uncle Jed again. There's Doria. There she goes. Look at her. Go, Doria. Go, Doria. Yeah, there we go. I knew she was dancing somewhere here. There we go. I knew she was
Fiance
dancing
just texted.
somewhere.
really met.
Shut up.
Just checking in.
Just checking in. Just casual.
I still can't believe she knows who I am.
Meghan says, Beyonce just texted, just checking in. I still can't believe she knows who I am. Isn't that cute? Here, our Duchess is one of the most famous people in the world, and she's impressed that Beyonce knows who she is. I love that. That is very humble. Okay, moving on. Strong mothers raise strong daughters who are not afraid to challenge societal norms and stereotypes. Here. Yeah, strong mothers raise strong daughters who are not afraid to challenge societal norms and stereotypes. Oh, how precious. How precious. Oh, that's adorable. Cute. Very cute. And I love this photo. Somehow we managed to purge the Yeti out of the image. There was a Yeti in that photo, but somehow we managed to purge the Yeti. Thank goodness. Last thing you need is a big, overgrown, awkward, bending knee Yeti in the image. Oh, so sweet. Very, very sweet. Let me see. Okay, I'm not sure what this is, but okay, let me see what this is. Oh, remember they were saying Harry didn't have a good time? Poor Harry, the tabloid said he was unhappy. Okay, you know what? This is just like the other video, but it's just a longer version of the other. But I had Doria's name there, so I was not sure. But yeah, it's just a longer version of the other. If you guys recall, it was Matt and his partner. They went to the concert, and Matt was the one who recorded the Sussexes and Doria dancing. So this is a longer version of the same video. I wasn't sure. I saw Doria's name, and I could not be sure. Okay, let's get back over here then. Oh, love that. I love that. I mean, it's just adorable. And I tell you, with everything, it just means everything to me to see Doria smiling. That is so important. And of course, the baby photo. That's Archie, right? No, is that Lily? Archie. Lily? Archie. 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 Okay. Oh, you're quite welcome. You're quite welcome. And look at there. Look at little Meghan. Look at little Meghan. I love this photo too. This is one of my favorites. I think that is very sweet. Okay. Now, let me see. What is this one? Maybe I should check that one before I play it. Let me see. Let me see. Because I'm not sure what it is. So I better check it. I better check it. Cannot be sure what that one is, but I will check. Huh? Okay. Oh, yeah. Let me see. Just want to see if Doria's in this one. If not, I won't show it to you. Ah, she's in there for just a split second. I'll go ahead and put it up. But don't I have a better one than that one? I think so. Let me check. No, not really. Okay. But I think I may have to put the sound down for that one because I don't want to have any trouble with the copyright police. You all know what I mean. Do not want the copyright. The copyright cops. I don't want them coming after me. Oh, wait. I don't. Oh, well. Yeah, I better not show that one. Never mind. Okay, let's continue. And of course, there was this night. Love that night. I'm going to ask her for her phone number. Ma, we can't be asking people for their phone. What is his name? Anthony Anderson? When he goes, his mother said, I'm going to ask her for, I'm going to, I'm going to give Megan's mama's phone number so I can give her a call. Ma, we, oh my God, that was so funny. Ma, we can't be asking everybody for their phone number. Don't be asking them people for their number. Oh man, that was a lot of fun though. I love when these photos came out. I really, really loved when these photos came out. So cool. And oh, wait a minute. Do I? Let me see. Oh yeah, that was it. And of course, Doria with her mother and Meghan, and then Meghan with her mother and Archie. Yes, generation after generation. And then I love the photo there on the right. Love that one there. The smiles are so warm, super warm smiles. And of course, one of my favorite occasions was when they celebrated the uh, Together cookbook. And then there on the right, when they arrived at that hotel, um, the Cleve House, I think is the name of it. Love that one. As a matter of fact, I love that photo so much that I made like a little meme out of it. I guess I don't know if you can call it a meme. Well, where is it? There you go, that one. Thank you, Doria, for passing the torch to your amazing daughter. Yeah, that was great. Okay. And graduation day for the Duchess of Sussex. And as they say, like mother, like daughter, well, like daughter, like mother, like mother, like daughter, and like daughter, like mother. So cool. So cool. Love that. And I love Doria with those I guess you couldn't call those bell bottoms, but loose fit jeans. Oh, she looks so youthful, you know? It just that is so cute on her. I hope we can get some more pictures of Doria out enjoying and living her best life. And I love that photo there on the left side. Meghan with her aviators and Doria with whatever those are. And then that very, very cheeky image there on the right side. Look at those cheeks. Oh, I bet Meghan was a handful. She just looked like one of those kids, like you just say, where did you learn that? Where did you hear that? And remember the what is it? The Kinsey collection? Was it Kinsey? I think it's the Kinsey collection. Anyway, that was when they went to see the art over at the Sci-Fi Stadium, whatever it was. And of course, Doria hanging out with another famous mom, Tina Knowles. And who's that? Victoria Rowell? Oh, yes, SoFi Stadium with cousin Deanie Brewer and Doria Ragland celebrating the exquisite art installation and historic pieces in the Kinsey collection. Yeah, that's right, the Kinsey collection. And of course, y'all remember this one. I wonder if that was the first time that Doria met Harry. I don't remember. But was this Invictus? Oh my goodness. I'm so embarrassed. I don't remember. Yeah, there you go. Explain everything. Explain everything kind of child. And yeah, you know what? I cannot help but think that they had two directions they could go. And when I say they, I'm speaking of that horrible institution. Could you imagine how much street cred the royal family would have if they would have embraced more scenes like this, right? But instead, I think that this show of unity and, of course, the pride that Harry was just beaming with pride. And I think that that institution just could not take it. I was so hoping to see more scenes like this where Meghan could have her mother and her husband there to support her at some of those big moments in life without so much chatter and yeah, all that other stuff that goes with it. And of course, the wedding day, Oscar de la Renta, our Queen Doria did not disappoint. I repeat, she did not disappoint. I think there were so many people that were just as curious what Doria would wear as they were curious about what Meghan might wear. And our marathon runner, Doria Ragland, how dynamic she is. Was that the Duchess of Advocacy who said the other day on her podcast? She said that Oprah was hoping to interview Doria, and Doria was like, why don't we do some yoga? And it turns out that Doria and Oprah were already acquainted long before the interview. I think they had went to the same church or something like that, if I'm correct. Courtesy of the Duchess of Advocacy. Wait, did Doria have to stay in Knotcott too? You know what? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Doria stayed at Frogmore. I know she did when she came over before the baby was born. I just love that Meghan and Harry rejected the Queen's physician. Oh, no, you don't. We'll get our own. No, thank you. Thank you, but no thank you. We'll get our own doctor. We don't want anything from this antiquated institution. Thank you, but no thanks. Oh, by the way, thank you, Lex, for the super chat. And of course, Doria's nickname for Meghan, Flower. Think it over. Ooh, love is like a four-leaf clover. One of my favorite songs. Was that the Emotions, Flower? We hold the key to the world's destiny. Think it over. Ooh, life is a four-leaf clover. Ooh. I am feeling very old school right now. So that makes our Queen Doria 69 years of age. Wow, that just freaks me out that I am so close to age. I mean, not too close. Close enough, though. Yeah, I'll say close enough. I don't want to get that much closer. At least not yet. I'll hold off for a little while. I ain't in no hurry. I don't want to rush it. Meghan shares rare video of beautiful mom Doria. That's according to Hello Magazine. In Style says Meghan shares rare video. Daily Jang says Meghan showers mom Doria Ragland with love on her birthday, on her 69th birthday. Yeah. Let's see. They didn't have Frogmore when the cookbook. Yeah, they didn't. Thank you, Legs. I guess she would have had to stay at Knotcott. I never thought about that. Oh my God! When I think about the Sussexes traveling the world on behalf of Queen Elizabeth and staying in that dingy little Knotcott. Ugh. Of course, it was upgraded in a very short period of time when the Duchess of Sussex stayed there. But imagine that, one of the wealthiest families in the world, and the star prince of the family staying in Nottingham Cottage. But yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe she did stay there. That's interesting. And you know what? We know that the palace didn't give her any other accommodations, because if they did, we would have never heard the end of it. We would have never heard the end of it. There would have been people demanding that they pay for it. Oh, well. Anyway, thank you, Legs. That gives me something to think about. I am not sure. I never really thought about it before. Huh. Interesting. Let's do a very brief bio. Doria Lois Ragland. It's like Joyce with an L. Born September 2nd, 1956, is an American social worker. She is the mother of Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, and was once married to that Yeti. She was once married to that Yeti. Lord knows she must have felt pity on that pathetic human being. Anyway, at the time, Doria worked as a makeup artist and a yoga instructor. Doria was born in Cleveland, Ohio, to nurse Jeanette Arnold and her second husband, Alvin Ansel Ragland, an antique dealer who sold items at flea markets. Ragland's maternal grandparents, James and Nettie Arnold, worked at the St. Regis Hotel on Euclid Avenue in Cleveland. He as a bellhop and she as an elevator operator. Her parents moved to Los Angeles when she was a baby and later divorced in 1983. Her father married kindergarten teacher Ava Burrow, who is near Ragland's age. Wow, that's interesting. The two remained close after that marriage also ended in divorce. Ragland has two older maternal half siblings, Joseph and Sandra Johnson, and a younger paternal half brother, Alvin Joffrey Ragland. I don't think I ever knew that. Various contemporary records state that the Ragland family descended from Richard Ragland, born in slavery in 1792. Wow, that's amazing that they can trace back that far. There's a lot of people who cannot. In Chatham County, North Carolina, his son, Stephen Ragland of Jonesboro in Georgia, lived long enough to experience the abolition of slavery in 1865. Yes, I think they changed their bio over time. The family's Ragland surname came from the slave owner, William Ragland, a Methodist planter. Oh, wait a minute. William was a planter and land speculator who had immigrated during the 18th century from, guess where? Cornwall, England. Wow, like full circle, isn't it? Doria's daughter, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, has claimed in genealogy tests to be 43% Nigerian. Yes, this has been updated some time ago. Yep, didn't know all that was in there, but they have definitely updated this. Huh, okay, they say she lives, well, I'm not even going to say that. Huh, okay. Anyway, that is the Wikipedia, if you're interested in checking it out. Again, that is the Wikipedia. I believe Harry, Meghan, and Doria. You know, I made this after the New York incident. Um, I tell you, squatties, you all should be very proud of yourselves for the way that you all just seized the moment and would not rest until the truth came out. I think that a lot of the pressure that was pushed out by the Sussex squad made a difference in that instance because the Sussex squad was all over it. So, what we do, what you all do, matters a lot. It really does. And it's no secret that the Sussex squad has been a force for good where the family is concerned. And I know a lot of people hate to admit that social media is a real thing, but it is, and it does have an effect on history. That's why we got that person in the White House right now. So it is virtual, but the outcome is very, very certain, or not certain, but you know what I mean. It's it can have consequences. So, all right, and of course, Feminagra created an article. Let's check it out. It's not a very long one. It says here, Doria Ragland, mother of Meghan Sussex, celebrates her 69th birthday. Today, often photographed quietly standing behind her daughter, she has lived a life marked by both devotion and dignity. I like this already. While the media frequently paints her as a supporting character in Meghan's story, Doria's own life tells of a woman who worked, nurtured, and endured under the spotlight of an often unforgiving press. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize the biography was here. Doria Lois Ragland was born on September the 2nd, 1956, in Cleveland, Ohio, to Jeanette Arno and Alvin Ragland. She was a child. When she was a child, the family relocated to Los Angeles, where she grew up in a vibrant, multicultural community. As a young woman, Ragland pursued varied career paths. She worked as a makeup artist before later becoming a yoga instructor. Determined to deepen her commitment to help others, she earned a master's degree in social work from the University of Southern California. That qualification required rigorous training and a clean record, derangers, a clean record, underscoring her professionalism despite later smears from detractors. When she went on to work as a social worker and clinical therapist. In 1979, yes, that's when the Yeti came into her life. The couple welcomed their daughter, Meghan, in 1981, but divorced when Meghan was 6. After the separation, Ragland raised Meghan largely on her own with the support of her mother, Jeanette, her sister, Sandra, and close friends. Meghan has often described her mother's independence, warmth, and resilience as central to her upbringing and as formative influences in her view of womanhood. Media harassment and racial framing. When Meghan's relationship with Prince Harry was revealed in October of 2016, the British press quickly turned its attention to her mother, Doria Ragland. On November 1st, 2016, the Daily Mail ran a story by Rachel Johnson, sister of former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, under the headline, "Meghan's Girl is almost straight out of Compton. The piece described Meghan's Los Angeles background through the lens of crime and poverty, casting Doria's neighborhood as a gang-scarred backdrop. In reality, Doria lived in View Park, Windsor Hills, a historically Black and affluent neighborhood often misrepresented in mainstream press. From the start, Meghan faced dog whistle attacks, subtle racism disguised as concern over the suitability for the royal family. In the years that followed, the tabloid press and online trolls amplified false rumors about Doria's past. Estranged family members, particularly Hot Wheels, repeated unfounded claims that Doria had spent time in jail. These allegations have been debunked repeatedly. In California, a felony conviction would have made it impossible for her to qualify as a licensed social worker, which she became in 2011 after earning her master's degree in social work from the University of Southern California. Public records confirm she has no criminal history. By December 2022, Doria broke her silence, that is, in Netflix six-part docuseries Harry and Meghan Speaking on Camera. For the first time, she recalls the harassment she endured after Meghan's relationship with Prince Harry became public. I felt unsafe a lot. I can't just go walk my dogs. I was being stalked by the paparazzi. She described being followed to work and once being approached in her car by a photographer who told her she could get a lot of money for information about Meghan, which she refused. If I recall, Doria said, "That is my child." Too bad the Yeti couldn't have said that. Silence and strength in public eye. Unlike Meghan's father and half-siblings who have regularly appeared on television and in tabloids to denigrate and dehumanize Meghan, Doria has chosen silence. Her absence from the media has not been weakness, but a deliberate decision to protect her and her daughter's peace. While others monetize Meghan's story, Doria remains steady, a quiet anchor in a storm. The double standard is stark. The press has long indulged in tales of Meghan's estranged relatives while ignoring controversies within other royal adjacent families. Kate Middleton's uncle Gary Goldsmith, for example, pleaded guilty in 2017 to assaulting his wife, yet rarely became the center of a sustained tabloid campaigns. In contrast, Doria's dignity has often been met with suspicion, her independence reframed as aloofness. Through it all, she has refused to be defined by gossip or hate. She continues to live privately away from the cameras, supportive of her daughter, yet unwilling to expose herself to the same circle of abuse. Final thoughts. On her birthday, Doria deserves recognition, not as tabloid subject, but as a woman of resilience. She built a career in social work, raised her daughter with love, and faced media intrusion rooted in racism with extraordinary composure. Far from the caricatures drawn by her detractors, she has been a source of quiet strength. Her story reminds us that behind the glare of the royal spotlight lies a mother whose greatest role, that is, has always been one of care, courage, and unwavering independence. Hear, hear. Let's give applause. Okay, very sweet. That was lovely. Thank you, Feminagra. Now you see, that's how things ought to. Hello, Ivy here. Hey, Ivy, you know what? It has been so long since we've had hello, Ivy here. Bye for now. Bye from Ivy. Bye. So let me see. Where is that? Um, um, let's try this one. Hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy. Today is Lilibet Diana Mountbatten-Windsor's birthday. Meet me at the Royal Sussex party. Church Nellie's gonna be there. All right, Ivy out. You know what? I have not come down from my high yet. As you know, we haven't watched that one in forever, right? It's probably been a year. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. Hello, Ivy here. Oh, and look at this. The irrelevant Sussexes. Meghan expected to share tribute to her mother, Doria Ragland, in just hours. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? They were hoping and anticipating. Now, let me tell you what I think that that's about. They were hoping that anyone who saw that would come back to GBN and look for something from Meghan. You understand what I'm saying? Hoping that they could use that as an anchor, as a temptation to come back to GB News, so that you might, you know, give them engagement so they can make more money. I mean, of course, her daughter is going to do something for her birthday, whether or not it was public or private, who knows? I'm sure there was something great that happened privately. And yes, there was some tribute publicly, but they are sitting there chomping at the bit, trying to establish when and where and what. I could not believe that. I'm like, are we that anxious? Do they do this for other members of that clan? I mean, family. Why do I keep saying clan? Do they do that for others? Doubtful. I mean, it wasn't even Meghan's birthday. It wasn't Harry's birthday. It was Doria's birthday. I've never heard such a thing for, I don't know, Carol Middleton. Not that there's any comparison because, you know, Carol Middleton. Yuck. Yeah. Plus, I don't think that I don't think Doria drinks enough to be compared to someone like that. I don't think that Doria ever took Meghan out of school and all that nonsense. Okay. More tea. More tea. If you just joined us, please make sure you hit the like button. And hey, Leslie F., if you do not have a membership, consider a membership to Royal Sussex. It's only $4.99 In other words, for about the price of a cup of coffee, you can enjoy a membership with Royal Sussex. So think about it. Also, for those of you that just joined us, I'm going to share this one again because I enjoyed it so much. I want to do it again. I hope you don't mind. Is this the one? Nope, not that one.
It's good without too.
It's really good without. Because once you get to the bottom, it tastes all the banana. Is that a look of joy? I was like, and
I'm muted.
dun dun dun. My mom has nothing
I'll
to
tell you when
say.
I'm done.
I love that. Doria says, I will tell you when I'm done. I do believe Meghan was trying to update or tweak or reimagine Jeanette Ragland's recipe for banana pudding. And so she was desperate to get approval from her mother. And she's like, done, done, done. And Doria's like, I will let you know when I'm done. Oh my goodness, I love that. I will let you know. Okay, you know what? I'm scrolling through right now just to see if I had any other videos with Doria. I don't see any, and I cannot think of any. So I do believe that was it, which is too bad because I enjoy seeing her whenever possible. You know what? I really need to go through these one day and label all of these videos. I have so many that are not properly labeled. Now that's interesting. Let me see what this one has. Okay, yeah, that one. That's not one. Yep, like I said, I believe that was it. Which is unfortunate. Okay, well, I'm going to show this one more time. I will let you know when I'm done. I don't know why I've never noticed that before. I think I have. I'll let you know when I'm done. Okay, well, that's it for our Queen Doria for now. Um, and I'm going to continue with some other stuff. Right here, you can see one of the squatties was not BSing. 3, 6, 9, 10 jars of the orange marmalade. 10 jars someone purchased, one of the squatties. Okay? Somebody is not messing around. 10 jars. And we have some good news from Invictus. Let me see. Strengthening Bonds, Invictus Games Foundation at the first African Chiefs of Defense Summit. This is the very first. Very cool that Invictus is playing a role in bringing people together. Love that for Invictus. Okay. Okay, nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, by the way, there's our friend. The Invictus Games was honored to join the inaugural African Chiefs of Defense Summit in Abuja, where we got to connect with leaders of the power of the Invictus movement and recovery through sports. Okay, cheers to that. Oh, there it is right there. Oh, it was a 3-day event. Okay, it was a 3-day event bringing together senior officers of 39 nations, plus senior political figures, academics, and industry leaders from across the continent of Africa. It was the first occasion of its kind, focusing on tackling contemporary threats to the regional peace and security in Africa and the role of strategic defense collaboration and militarization as we supporting armed forces personnel and difficult such and such. Okay, so yeah, that's what it was. Next, there's a few images from the occasion, and yes, that is David Wiseman, who often finds himself shuttling back and forth in Africa, as well as going back and forth from the UK to Africa. He has a very key role in the Invictus community. So cheers to him. He himself was injured as a soldier. Now, you guys, I don't know if you heard about this, but September 13th, the day we rise. Have you guys heard about this? I would like to warn the squatties that live in the greater London area. If you can be someplace else, be someplace else. But one place you should not be is on the streets. As a matter of fact, on the 12th of September, I would go shopping. I would buy all of the essentials that I need. I would make sure that I have enough medication to last for at least a week, maybe 10 days, because nobody knows what the outcome of this is going to be. But it is going to be at least, I'm predicting, probably 1 million people on the streets of London. Yeah, I'm going to guess about 1 million people. On September 13th, 2025, London will witness history, the biggest ever rally in the UK, with Tommy Robinson standing at the front. Will bring together voices from across the nation This anthem, The Day We Rise, is dedicated to the people, the passion, and the fight for our country. From the streets of London to every corner of the UK, we stand proud under our flag: England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, and the Union Jack. This is more than just a date, it's the day the people rise. Now, that sounds quite ominous, so I'm telling you, be prepared to hunker down in your homes for at least a week. At least a week. So you don't have to go outside for anything. I don't know what is going to happen in other cities. They may have smaller gatherings in other cities, but the people are going to hit the streets and they're going to have a huge rally in Greater London. So if you are in that area on the 13th, be prepared. Um, Also, yes, there is a song, The Day We Rise, um, and it's like a rallying cry for the movement, The Day We Rise. Yep, be careful, you guys, be careful. Uh, did anybody have any questions or thoughts about that before we proceed? Oh, thank you, Lydia. I appreciate that. You know, there was, oh, I can't remember what event it was. I think it was the G8 summit, and they had the summit over at the McCormick Place in Chicago when Obama was in office. And they passed out flyers and they told us to make sure that you have your ID when you leave the house. I happen to have lived inside of the ring of security at that time, right? And the thing that happens when those events come up is that there's a lot of outside agitators who want the police to charge into the crowd and start arresting people, maiming and injuring people. They are provocateurs. They do this deliberately. I literally watched out the window people who probably weren't even from Chicago antagonizing the police, cussing the police, throwing stuff at the police, trying to get something started. And the police were very aware of what they were trying to do. Now, one of their tactics is they will wear other layers of clothing. And once the police charge after them, they will melt into the crowd and they will like take their hat off or they'll pull their hood down, they'll take their jackets off and they'll have like another color of shirt beneath or whatever. They have pants that they can rip off. Let's say they're wearing sweatpants, they'll take those off and have denim underneath so that they can blend into the crowd and cause confusion. And the police don't know who they are at that point because their faces are covered. Now, one of the things that they said, if you go to that rally, do not cover your face because in all likelihood, you are there to make trouble and do exactly what I just described. So, um, I hope it's just going to be a day out for people, and that's all to it. Because there's a lot of people, even here in the United States, especially here in the United States, they want desperately to start a race riot. They want desperately to have some type of insurgency or something to get the race war kicked off or something like that. And believe me, the authorities are very aware of those tactics. So that much you can be confident that they understand what certain people are trying to do. There was a school teacher in New York that was arrested um, for his attempt to injure the police officers. Anyway, um, he was like an anarchist. He went to the hardware store and he purchased a hammer, duct tape, and something else. It was so weird. But when they um, monitored his spending or checked his spending after his arrest, they saw that he had purchased things to inflict harm and damage property. And I can't remember. I don't think it was to George Floyd. It may have been. I think it was for the guy that was selling the loose squares. I think it was for that guy. So that's why I'm telling you guys, do not take this lightly. If you are in the greater London area, be prepared to stay in the house for at least a week because you don't know what's going to happen. I've seen cities burn before. I've seen my own city, you know, and you just don't want to assume anything. Let me see. It's toxic here in the UK. At the moment, loads of racial attacks, assaults, etc., on blacks and Asians. Yeah, yeah, I could imagine. Um, Here in the U.S., a group of youth um, lured an African American young man to a barn party and then tried to push him through some type of agricultural equipment. And they were trying to lynch this kid, 16-year-old boy, and a bunch of white teenagers were trying to harm him severely, unalive him, it appears. And they recorded it, of course. So that is just something to be concerned about. But I don't like mob actions of any sort. I don't like when it's black on black crime. I don't like when it's black on white crime like that. And I certainly feel very sensitive when it's a group of white people attacking someone black. How about if nobody does that to anyone? It's it can really start something so much bigger. Not to mention, it's just not the right thing to do. And it's not the right thing to do. Those mob actions, if it's anything that I try to teach the young people, is if it looks like trouble, you got to get the hell out of there. Do not stick around. Do not be curious. Um, the prudent thing is to get out of there. The biggest, most important thing that any of us can do for our families is get back home safely. That means you don't have to have the last word. You don't have to, um, I guess, save face or whatever. Your family would much rather have you alive than somewhere, hooked up to tubes and such. So, um, this is something that I try to stress to the young people. Yeah, Heather Stroud. I was just telling someone earlier that it's very possible that that could have an effect on other countries, and even here in the U.S. There may be that effect. So, because all of these right wing groups are in contact with other right wing groups. So you can never underestimate how far the reach may become. So I guess what I'm saying is talk to your family and friends, and your friends that are family. Let them know to be very careful. Okay, with love, Megan. You guys, I never knew about that ham. I never knew anything about that ham. I would love, I got to find out if there's some place around here where I can get that. When I was in Spain, I purchased a sandwich. I didn't know that it was ham. I didn't know anything. I just saw bread and meat. And I was like, over here, over here. And I would put that in my backpack or my rucksack, as you guys say in the UK. I would put it in my bag and I just hang on to it. So when I would do excursions and such, when I felt like I needed something to eat, I would just take a couple of bites off of it and stick it right back in the bag. The thing is not gonna, spoil or anything like that. You can keep it in your bag all day. And then of course at a certain point, the bread is still kind of crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. And then of course the fats from that ham is melting into the bread. Ooh, talk about something delicious. I don't know how many of those I ate while I was in Spain. Just bread and that delicious ham that melts in your mouth. I didn't even know it was pork. I didn't even ask. I didn't even ask after I bought the second one or the third one. I just knew it was delicious. But my goodness, I would walk a country mile if I knew there was one of those sandwiches on the other side of it. Don't make me buy a ticket to Spain. Please don't make me do that. Because I'm telling you, all I could think about sometimes is that sandwich. It was just that good. So the ham is very well, you saw it on With Love, Megan. You got to be really good to know how to slice it. And the thinner, the better. And you could just eat it plain. Um, Sometimes when you order tapas, they'll have that. But it's so good. Such a simple, delicious bread and ham. Mm, mm, mm. There we go. I could just jump through this monitor right now. I could just reach and grab it and just sink my teeth into it. uh Wait, where am I? You see there? I am so crazy for that sandwich. I don't even am I still live streaming? I think so. Sorry about that. I lost myself for a minute there. That's how good it was. Mm, mm, mm. Lordy have mercy. Yes, I heard that that is a thing. So, of course, I hope it does not happen. But it thing is, crime is down almost half of what it was in 2019. The crime level is way down, but especially homicides, way down. But still, that's not enough. If you want someone to, or if you have someone who wants to win in the midterm elections, then of course you have to put on a good show. And that's all it is a show. And Chicago is sprawling, you guys, sprawling. Chicago is 238 square miles. That includes O'Hare Airport. 238 square miles. One of the longest city streets in the United States is Western Avenue, which is almost a straight line north and south that goes on for about 26 miles, which is the length of the city, 26 miles. The length of Chicago is about the length of a marathon. Think about it like that. And there are so many areas where I could assure you that they will definitely have people hoping that they will be there, and they won't do it. A city of almost 2.6 million people, 238 square miles, sending out the National Guard is not any solution. Get guns off the streets. If they can get the guns off the street, that would make a big difference. There are more guns than people in the United States. So Meghan reveals 4 back-to-school tips inspired by Archie and Lilibet. The first week can have big feelings. Truth be told, our children have now started saying, "My day was just a blast," and that makes us smile to no end, the Duchess of Sussex says. Okay, and where are we at here? Oh, there's a couple of images I'll share with you. There we go. So, what do you need to know? Meghan reveals her top back to school tips inspired by Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. From surprise backpack treats to lunchbox twists, she shares ways to make the school year special. The Duchess of Sussex recently shared photos of her children visiting her on the set of Netflix's series With Love, Meghan. Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet heading back to school. Meghan is sharing her favorite ways to make the transition smoother and more meaningful. The Duchess of Sussex just returned to Netflix with season 2, where she cooked, crafted, and collaborated with guests like Chrissy Teigen, Tan France, Jay Shetty, Jose Andreas, and Samin Nosset. Now she's channeling that same creativity into thoughtful tips for navigating the new school year. Okay, yeah, I just want to get to the meat of it. It doesn't have to cost much at all, just a little trinket to celebrate the first week, tucked in as a surprise, she says. Love is in the details. Okay, so she's doing things like a pack of stickers, funny photos of the family, or an unexpected surprise like something you used to find in a Cracker Jack box. Okay, that sounds fun. If your kids are like mine, they love breakfast for dinner, just as I did when I was young. Meghan says about one of her to goes or go tos, that is, for Archie and Lilibet, swap out sandwich for waffle or pancakes. Huh. You can use frozen ones, a mini pocket or no, I'm sorry, a mini packet or scoop of jam, some bacon on a hard roll, eggs with salt. Okay, that's a bit progressive for me, but I will not I will not say it's a bad idea. So packing a lunch of sorts that actually is breakfast food, that could work. Duchess adds that when in doubt, a few flour sprinkles. Meghan says, when in doubt, a few flour sprinkles are fun too. She adds, referencing one of her signature products from her lifestyle brand as ever. Okay, anyway, I'm not gonna bother with that. It's in People magazine if you're interested in more details. Um, you know what? I almost get a tear in my eye every time I think of Tan France saying, I'm gonna call my mother and I'm gonna tell her. I don't know why that touches me so much. I mean, that makes me very emotional how happy he was that he even wants to call his mother. You know, when somebody brings their mama into it, then you know they are feeling strongly about the other person in the room. It's like if you're dating someone, if you want to introduce them to your mother, that's serious. And in this instance, you have received a Masala Daba for the first time, and he felt so special about it that he wanted to call his mother. I mean, I tell you guys, I get a little choked up when I think about that. And the more I think about it, the more time that goes by, the more emotional I feel about it. That is such a sweet gesture. Yeah, it was. It was so well thought out, very touching. He was like, I'm going to call my mother and I'm going to tell her. I'm like, wow. Now that is a Megan effect of a whole nother kind. You know what I mean? That is a whole nother Megan effect. And when you think of how painfully critical some people have been of with love Megan, it just it defies logic how how far they go out of their way to be cruel. I want to take a look at that. I am going to call my mother and tell her. Let's see. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. There it is right there. And this is when he, see there? I'm going to tell my mother. She will be blown away. And there are some comments that was in his um, Instagram where people were saying how emotional they were about it. I'm going to play the sound if you all don't mind. But I just thought it was incredibly emotional watching that scene. Okay. Okay, I'm still here, you guys. I'm looking for that. Yeah, what? I know I'm looking in the wrong place for it. Let me try something else. I just love Ivy. Hello, Ivy here. It's a it's a vintage. Oh my goodness, it is buffering as usual. It's a vintage. Come on.
Masala Daba.
Yes.
That is so. I mean, they said you were coming to Yellow Spice. I was like, that's so funny. I have this thing that I had bought.
Oh, I'm so
I was
sorry,
gonna
you
be able to share it
guys.
with someone who would appreciate it.
Do you know, this is the kind of thing that your parents passed down to you. I've never had a masala daba. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That actually has given me goosebumps. That is so beautiful. I will pass this down to my children. That's how beautiful that is. Thank you so much. No, thank you so much. That actually is the nicest gift you could ever have gotten me.
Oh, I'm so glad.
That is so lovely.
Oh.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna call my mom and say I've got a masala daba. She's blown away.
Oh, I love it.
It's a vintage masala daba.
Yes.
That is so.
I mean, they said you were coming to Yellow Spice. I was like, that's so funny. I have this thing that I had bought. I always wanted to be able to share it with someone who would appreciate it.
Do you know, this is the kind of thing that your parents passed down to you. I've never had a masala daba. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That actually has given me goosebumps. That is so beautiful. I will pass this down to my children. That's how beautiful that is. Thank you so much. No, thank you so much. That actually is the nicest gift you could ever have gotten me.
Oh, I'm so glad.
That is so lovely.
Oh,
Thank you.
good. Fantastic.
I'm gonna call my mom and say I've got a masala daba. She's blown away.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That is. I am going to call my mom and tell her I got a Masala Daba. She is going to be blown away. How's it going, Farm? Oh yeah. I could do that. I'll grab it. I got a perfect slide. I will. There it is, right there. There you go. And you could just address it to Royal Sussex, 1440 West Taylor Street. And very important, do the hashtag 523 Chicago, Illinois 60607. And thank you for asking. Wasn't that touching? Absolutely touching. Oh, thank you, Lydia Washington. I'm going to put that up at the top of the chat. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Let me go over here and do that. There we go. So I put it up there at the top of the chat. Thank you all very much. Wow, what a special moment. I am going to tell her I have a Masala Daba. So sweet. That was quite a moment. Okay, there you go. What does Meghan Markle miss the most from the UK magic? Oh yeah, that right there. Okay, let's get back over here to today. Oh, this is about the lunchbox. And these were the photos that they included in the article. You know what? I never knew Archie was standing behind that flower. Do you guys see that? Do you see it? Archie is behind the flower. There he is back there. He's extending that huge rose for his mom. How sweet. I could just imagine him saying, "Is that a good one, mommy?" How sweet that is. Wow, so cool. Now, when I was saying the Meghan effect, this is what I was referring to. How Meghan sold out our locket in 24 hours. 24 hours, and they sold out. You probably remember from the interview that, what is her name? Emily? Is that her name? I don't know. Yeah, Emily Chang, right? Meghan saw her noticing the locket that she was wearing. I didn't know that that was a locket. I thought it was just like a charm or, you know, I didn't have any clue that it opened up, but it does open. You can open it up as a small. Oh, as a matter of fact, I have the sound bite for that. Let me play it for you. Hopefully, it won't buffer like hell again, but we'll see.
Meghan Markle was recently spotted wearing as a small mom-owned business. We're freaking out over this. Meghan Markle was recently spotted wearing our.
There it goes. It's buffering. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let it play through one time so that it does not buffer. But anyway, that is beautiful, you guys, and it's not as expensive as you think it is. I'm going to show you the price in just a minute. And just so you know, I don't have any links or anything for that. I will grab the link for you if you like, though. But as what I'm trying to say is, I am not making money, but I am going to share this with you.
As a small mom-owned business, we are freaking out over this. Meghan Markle was recently spotted wearing our square mini locket necklace in one of her recent interviews, and we sold out less than 24 hours later. On the front, she engraved an H for Harry. On the inside, she engraved an A and an L for both of her kids' initials. During all the chaos, we were able to pull a few strings and restock that locket. If you want to go ahead and recreate her look, I'll tag the product below. As a small mom-owned.
Okay, now that had music in the background, so I may have to go back later and take that out because sometimes even the music in the background can cause problems. So I may have to take that out later. We'll see. But I wanted you to hear it from her. That is lovely. That is absolutely lovely. They also have some that have the heart shape, but I like this one because that's the one that Meghan has. See there? As seen on, oh God, Meghan Markle. There we go. Now, you know what? When they posted this, for some reason, it was the letter K. And I said, oh, hell no. Let me fix that. So I edit the photo so that it would have an H instead of a K. There was no way in the world I was going to look at that K. I said, nope, That needs to be an H. So I fixed it. But they also fixed it because later on, instead of using the K, they started using an H, like you see here. So there on the left side, you see how it opens. I don't know if you can put a photo inside of it, but I do know that they will monogram it. So you can put, let's say, the H on the outside, and you can put your children's initials on the inside. I think that's how Meghan's is made up, is that she has the H for Harry on the outside, and then, of course, the A and L on the inside. There you go. Very simple and elegant. I like that shape. I really do. The hard shape would be nice, but I like that shape too. So what are we looking at for price? What are we looking at for price? I'll tell you. Oh, nope, that's not it. Oh, what was the price? Oh, Lord, I don't have it. I'm going to have to look for it. I think I deleted that because I was trying to get rid of some of the screens. But if I'm correct, I think it was it was under $200. That I'm sure of. It was under $200. I don't know if the chain comes with it. I'm assuming it does. But very cool, though. It is very, very cool. Tiny. Yeah, it's called Tiny Tags. Tiny Tags. Why did I just put tiki? It is tiny, not tiki. Tiki tags. Okay, shop locket. Yes, it's under $200. They had sold out of them and they had to pull some strings to get some more of them in. But initially, in 24 hours, they were all gone. But they were posting today to let you know that we got some more. So, yes, it's under $200. And the chains, I think the chains are included. It's a 16 to 18-inch chain. The 18 to 20 is another $5. And the 22 to 24 is an additional $15. That is for the silver. If you want the gold, well, that's a little more expensive. If you want the gold is it's way more expensive. Oh, the gold is $920 for the gold. So the silver is under 200 and the gold is somewhere north of 900. Okay? How beautiful they are, though. And it's 14 karat gold, the one that costs under $1,000. Mini locket necklace with is that pave jump ring? I think that's the ring that connects it to the chain. Isn't it beautiful? I love that. Yeah, very beautiful. So that is the Meghan effect. And that is where we're going to end today with a brief look at the Meghan effect. Like right here, Black women show off their La Crusade to defend Meghan. We too deserve nice things. Hear, hear. Or what about this one? Has the Meghan effect influenced Kate to stop sharing her outfit details? What difference does it make? Sister-in-law's strategy of monetizing her style by wearing clothes from brands she's invested in. So at least she was doing it before and she wasn't invested in anything. But the truth is, most of the stuff that Meghan wears, she is not invested in most of those companies. Meghan's rule has always been sustainability. She really favors women-owned companies, right? But there have been a few companies that Meghan has invested in, like the one that makes the straw purses and the one, the jewelry company. Which jewelry was that? No, is she invested in that one? No, she's not. Not that jewelry company. She's invested in the Clever Blend and something else. I can't think of it. But the majority of the stuff, our Duchess is not invested in any way whatsoever, and they know that. This was whatever magazine that is. The Meghan Effect influence drives 1.2 million investment for jewelry brand. There you go. And I think that means that she wore the jewelry and all of a sudden people started investing. Let me see. Meghan continues to flex her influence in the fashion world with her fashion choices, often leading to a phenomenon known as the Meghan effect. However, it's not just high-end fashion brands that benefit from her patronage. Small businesses like the London-based jewelry brand, is it Kimi, have also experienced a boost thanks to Meghan's support. Yeah, see there. Meghan's effects on new UK ethical humanitarian Australian brand Outland. Yes, remember the black pants that she wore? Remember that? Outland. Wait, let's do this. There we go. That really helped them out a whole lot. Or let me see. The other stuff. Remember the purse company? Strawberry, whatever the name of that purse is. She carried that purse, and next thing you know, they had to hire some more people. Let me see. Meghan entire outfit sells out just days after attending Audi Polo Challenge in 2018. It gives my hair a little extra bounce. The sellout $63 beauty product behind Meghan's effortlessly shiny and voluminous locks. Oh, okay. What's that leg says? How those vampire dresses. Oh, yeah, vampire wife dresses. Yes, Kate loved the vampire wife dress. Matter of fact, you guys, I'm going to show you. Let me grab a screenshot of that. Kate Middleton vampire dress wife something. Okay. Wait, it's coming. Oh, they thought they were going to put their kids through school. They were going to buy a super yacht thanks to Kate Middleton. But the truth is, because of Kate Middleton, Their creditors are looking for them. Yep, because of Kate Middleton, the banks are after them, allegedly. Okay, there it is, the vampire wife dress. Shiny, it's got that little something at the bend of the elbow, whatever. She even wore that dress for the official portrait of she and Lazy William. Their portrait at the National Portrait Gallery features that dress. Yuck. Now that dress definitely looked like somebody working in one of them houses. And let us not forget the coffee cup and saucer, that brand, whatever it was, with that very French porcelain style to it. That sold out on her birthday when she was sitting there sipping her tea. She was sitting there sipping her tea, and that cup sold out immediately. Sold out. How the Duchess of Sussex has worn little-known fashion brands with stunning results for their sales and profits. That was a 2024 article, almost a year ago in the Daily Fail. Meghan effect, how the Duchess of Sussex can double a brand's turnover. That was in The Guardian. And I think that was 2019 or 2018, something like that. But yeah, that was in The Guardian. Oh, there we go. According to Wikipedia, there has been £1 billion of impact on the United Kingdom thanks to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. There you go. And I trust Megapedia. Why everything she wears turns to gold. Because people love the Duchess of Sussex. That's why. And with that, you guys, I am done. Wow, exactly 2 hours. You see that? It's exactly 2 hours. My goodness. Well, you know what? I am not going to go a minute over. I'm going to leave it rounded at 2. Good night. Love you guys.